Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Erin and today I'm so excited about this, but today we are doing the intro for deck of panning for 2024. I have a new deck of cards that I got for Christmas, and so I'm excited about busting into those. But first, let me, of course, welcome you to my channel and back to this project, and let me give you a little bit of an overview about what this project is all about. So this project was created and continues to be hosted by Emily and Max. I always have her linked down below with her intro video, and also because this project is based off of a game board, I do have the link to the game board down below as well. But basically what we do is we have a deck of cards. We draw 5 cards to start with, and each one of those cards will relate to a prompt that is on the game board that Emily supplies and updates every single month. From those prompts, we pick something in our collection to work on. There are no hard and fast rules unless it's in the prompt as far as finishing, hitting pan, number of uses. You can kind of figure out whatever goals work for you. I love this project because of the random style of it, but also because I do get to kind of use this more as a project to get use on things in my collection. I feel like I'm missing something, but I'll make sure to have my deck of panning from last year linked up in the eye and also linked down below. So if you want to binge watch my progress that I was able to make last year, I will have that linked. And of course, I'm sure I go into further detail, but I definitely want to shout out Emily and Max for continuing to do this project. So I watched her intro video yesterday, and so there are some new prompts. There's not a whole lot of new rules, but there are a few things that are different about this year. Of course, like I said, I will have her video linked down below, but I'm trying to pull up the game board here, and I know that there is, the red ace is still a pick 2. She has in the face cards that there is a pick your space for both the red queens and the black suited queens. And she said that you have to stick within the column for the suit that that queen is in. There's also a get out of jail free card, which she said that you kind of get to hold on to that one. It's not a veto, which we had last year, which I think with the veto, you kind of had to veto something during that update. The get out of jail free card, you actually can hold on to that, and if you pull something, then you can end up being able to roll something out or swap something out. So that's what's going on with the face cards. Of course, the Joker is still in there, and then she does have some new prompts within the actual numbered cards, so we'll make sure to take a look at those as well. One of the new prompts, of course, is it's actually for the 10 of diamonds, which is Peach Fuzz, which is the Pantone color of the year, and so it's trying to find something that color in your collection. And I actually really like that prompt because I think it allows us to remind ourselves that even though there is a new Pantone color of the year and we're going to be seeing a lot more peach colored products coming out, if we already have something in our collection, we don't necessarily have to go out and buy the new peach things that are coming out. Even though Too Faced, if you're listening at all, bring back out your peach collection. We loved it. We didn't want it to go away. But I have my cup of coffee. This is the Charlotte mug from Starbucks. It is very full, so I need to take a drink. But it is another cold day in Florida. I think we're supposed to have like record lows tonight. But they've already sent out a bunch of warnings about like freezing pipes and all that jazz. So I will definitely be hunkered down with some warm drinks tonight. But let me go ahead and get a sip of coffee, and then we'll open up my cards and we will draw in our products for this intro. As I'm getting my cards out, which this is a deck of, let me see if my camera will focus in on it. This is a deck of Star Wars cards. I was very happy to get these for Christmas, and I know that there's 2 Jokers in here, and the Jokers are actually droids. So I do need to go through and pull out one of the droid jokers in here, but these cards are just absolutely beautiful. They have this beautiful gold foil design on them, and then the cards themselves are absolutely gorgeous. I hope that we will be able to see a lot of fun cards coming in, like the Jack of Diamonds is Lando, classic. The Ace of Hearts has the Millennium Falcon on it. So each ace has a different puppy dog walking under my things. Each ace has a different starship on it. Then we have Han, we have Mothra. So just a lot of really cool things. We have Palpatine. So these are going to be really, really fun. Oh, here's the Leia card. I know that there is a Padme card in here as well, and her card is also beautiful. We have older Luke, which they have younger Leia, but older Luke. I didn't really understand that. We have a Rey card. We have a Darth Vader card. There is our Queen Amidala card, our Obi-Wan card. So that's old Obi-Wan. And then Kylo Ren card. And let's see here. Oh, there's my other Joker, so I can pick out. So yeah, the face cards are characters, and then the two Jokers are our droid cards. Now, this one is from episode 9. I don't remember what this droid is called, but they do have BB-8 in here. So I'm going to roll BB-8 into my deck to be my Joker. But now that I've gone over, I'm so excited about new cards, but I will definitely need to shuffle these because these were brand new, so they were in order whenever I opened them. Oh, Puppy is very interested in the cards, which means he is underneath my table, probably shaking everything as he goes. So he has already knocked over one of my lights and broke it, and so I kind of had to super glue some pieces back together to get my light to affix back to the tripod it's on. But I do bungee cord my tripod with my camera on it. I bungee cord that to my table because I can buy lights again. These are not expensive lights, but I'm not buying a new camera. So the tripod that my camera is on, I make sure to affix that to the table that I am working at. So if he bumps the table, unfortunately it shakes the tripod as well. So that is why if you see like we're in an earthquake, it's probably because he walked underneath everything. Definitely it's better than me having my camera topple onto the ground. So I'm going to do one more shuffle. Oh, I did want to say that, and these are still stiff, so I'm getting them worked in a little bit. Last year, I did roll an additional card into my deck of panning, and I used that for a No Pan Left Behind prompt. I'm not going to do that right off the bat. I know that you guys said that you wouldn't mind watching it come back into this game and this project, but if you guys wait the 25th, I'm having my No Pan Left Behind video go up, and hopefully when you guys see how I'm doing my No Pan Left Behind starting in that update or that intro, you'll understand why I might not roll things in right away. If I feel like I'm not getting enough use on my palettes in just my No Pan Left Behind, I will end up drawing an additional card and rolling something in. Now, if I get the prompt for No Pan Left Behind, or if I get the prompt for eyeshadow, then of course I will go ahead and I'll roll something in along those lines for the prompt, but I'm not going to do it automatically right now. So I have my deck. It is all shuffled. I'm going to cut the deck and not look, and we're going to draw directly off the top. So we have the 8 of Spades, which is pop culture. I think I'll have to look at that prompt, but I think that has to do with like a brand that did a collaboration with like IP, which actually I could probably do a Star Wars something or another because Star Wars is a part of pop culture. So I'll have to double check what that prompt is, but we do have our first one, which is the 8 of Spades. Our next one is the 9 of Hearts, and so that one is 9 of Hearts, warm toned. Okay, I like warm toned things, so we'll go with warm toned. Our next one off the top is our 4 of hearts, which that one is cities. Okay. I think that one is like if it's named after a city or inspired by something in a city. So I'll have to look through my collection to see if I have anything city related. But we need 2 more cards. So next one off the top is our 10 of clubs, which is multi-purpose. All right. And then our last card off the top is our Queen of Clubs, which is Mothra. Let's see. Queen of Clubs. That is a pick your space, but let me double check. I'm pretty sure she said that when you do a pick your space, you have to stay within your suit. So let me pull up the game board with the rules. Pick your space. So pick a space on the main board, but it must match the suit that you drew. So the clubs. So let's go back over and see what my clubs are. So baby gold, eyeshadow, powder, nostalgic, favorite color, influenced, matte, SPF, and I already have the multi-purpose, so I'm not going to draw that one again. So let me figure out what I'm going to pull in for all of these cards, and then I'll also tell you what I am picking for my pick your space. All right, so that was actually kind of difficult to pull these items. So many times I wanted to reach for eyeshadow palettes that ended up meeting these categories, but I did not actually pull any eyeshadows, so that makes me very excited. So I don't remember what order I drew these in, so I'm just going to go kind of in the order that I ended up laying them out on my table. And so we'll go first with the 8 of spades, and this was for pop culture. I did look over on the, like there's another tab for the prompts that explains what each prompt means, and that is, you know, something TV show, movie, book, so just anything relevant in pop culture. And so I did pick a product that is part of a collaboration or IP with a TV show, and I did pick my Pat McGrath and Bridgerton face palette. I could have picked the eyeshadow palette, but I wanted to pick the face palette because I feel like this gets neglected a little bit more. And so this is what the inside of this palette looks like. So we have 2 blushes and a highlighter. So I'm not going to roll the highlighter into this prompt. And if you watch my video on the 25th, you'll understand why. I pre-filmed that one quite a bit, but I am going to roll in the 2 blushes in this palette. And so my goal is going to be to use the blushes in this palette 10 times, not 10 times each, but 10 times between the 2. So if I reach for the top one 8 times and this one 2, then that is my 10 times. So that is my goal for these blushes, and that is for pop culture. The next one is the 10 of clubs, and this one is multi-purpose. I actually had to think kind of long and hard about this one, and sometimes I do use my blushes as like eyeshadow, but I don't want to roll any more blushes into projects. Again, watch on the 25th and you'll understand why I'm maybe a little bit inundated with blushes. And so what I ended up picking is my Gerard Cosmetics setting spray. I had talked to you guys in my buys and buys about wanting to declutter one of my Super Shocks, and you guys had a bunch of different suggestions for me about how to extend the life of that Super Shock that I love the color and I'm not ready to let go of it. And one of them was, hey, try a setting spray. So I am actually going to kind of in the back of my head, I'm giving myself a 10 use goal on that Super Shock, but I am going to try to use some of my setting spray to revive it and kind of bring it back to life. Not necessarily like spraying into the product, but of course picking up on my brush and then spraying my brush and seeing if that works. But I'm going to make this goal maybe a little bit more difficult for myself, even though I go through setting sprays like nobody's business. So I am going to set a goal to finish this, and I am going to use it as a traditional setting spray, but also to help kind of foil some of my eyeshadows and give a little bit of life back to that Super Shock. So that is my multi-purpose product. So the 9 of hearts was for warm toned, and I was kind of maybe a little bit excited about rolling this back in, but this is my e.l.f. lip stain in Saucy Sienna. And I'm not going to draw it on myself because it will stain my skin, but it is this beautiful warm red shade. And so I wasn't sure how I felt about lip stains, and this was sent to me as kind of like a reward gift from e.l.f. And so I was like, I don't really know if I want to use this color, but I actually really enjoyed using it. So I am going to also set a 10 use goal on the lip stain just to get some more use out of it during the colder months and really have that beautiful kind of like popsicle lip stain that it leaves behind. I absolutely love that. So that will be my goal for 10 uses. So the next card was my 4 of hearts, and that was for cities. So the prompt is inspired by or named after a city. Again, I went all through my collection, and I have eyeshadow palettes that I could do for that, but I ended up actually picking and I just dropped my card, but my Benefit Dallas blush. So, you know, Dallas, Texas. It was named after Dallas. And I worked on this for a lot of last year, and this is in my 24 and 2024, but I am going to just roll it into this prompt for a usage goal, strictly because, again, I have a lot of blushes in another project. I hate to keep saying this, but watch on the 25th and you'll understand. But I do want to set a little bit maybe of a higher goal on this one. So let's do 25. So this will be in with us for a couple months, but let's do 25 uses on the Dallas blush. And then our last one was the Queen of Clubs. Puppy is on the move again. After this, I'm going to let them out to play and run some energy off before it gets freezing cold this afternoon. So the Queen of Clubs. So I had to pick my own space but stay within the clubs column, and so I ended up picking out the prompt that would be for the 4 of clubs, which is powder. And so I do have my Nakia Joy Velvet Loose Setting Powder, and I'll make sure to weigh this and mark it. You guys know I'll have all my graphics, my pictures, all of that jazz popping up, but let me see where we're at. This is a little bit of a gimme product, but I am down to about here on this product. So my goal will be to finish this, and like I said, this might be gone by next update. I don't know. Apparently my face has just been eating powder recently, but definitely I did want to go ahead and get a powder rolled in. And really, like I said, mainly because I looked at a lot of the other prompts on this sheet and they would have been eyeshadow palettes. That's what I would have ended up rolling in. So I did want to maybe keep some eyeshadows out of this project for right now, but I do have some good products that I can start working on. So we're finishing the setting spray, we're finishing the powder, 10 uses on the lip stain, 25 uses on the Dallas blush, and then 10 uses on the Bridgerton palette, but we're only focusing in on the 2 blushes. So this will be a good start to this project, and I'm very excited. You guys will have to let me know down below if you are also doing this project, and let me know if you're doing it on Instagram or on YouTube so I can make sure to go check out your items and check out your progress. But of course, I'm going to encourage you to do all the things. Make sure to hit a thumbs up on this video if you're also excited about another year of Deck of Panning. Leave me that comment down below. I love our conversations that we have. And also make sure to subscribe. I do have my eyeshadow, my project panning, my conscious consumerism, my just beauty budgeting, my psycho babble about mindsets. I do have all of that on my channel with occasional cameos from my puppy dogs. So of course, make sure to stay tuned and subscribe if that seems interesting to you. If you're joining me new and you have no idea about this project, the updates do go up every 20th of the month. It runs from January 20th to December 20th, so it's only an 11-month project, so make sure to stay tuned and watch out for my updates coming every 20th of the month. But I hope that you guys are having a wonderful day. I hope that you are staying safe and warm wherever you are. I'm going to go ahead and take all my pictures and do all my weights, but I'm excited for this project to start again, and I hope that you guys are excited also. But for now, I hope you guys have a beautiful day, and I'll catch you in my next one.